Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm a pastor and a life coach here at Sunrise Church. And today, I want to introduce Making Much of Christ Ministries' Journeymen Discipleship Program for single men between the ages of 18 and 25. So if that's you, or you know and care about a guy's joy within that age range, would you just please lock in with me for the next 6 minutes or so? I promise to tell you the truth. All right, let's talk. Since becoming an adult, your life has become like a Ferris wheel of rotating decisions, right? I mean, each with their own measure of complexity that you're working so hard to figure out. I mean, all of a sudden, you went from this like pressure cooker in high school where everyone's lives were on top of each other to a type of slow crockpot existence within relationships that has left you feeling surprisingly isolated. It's like all of a sudden, you have to be super intentional or weeks can pass by without ever doing life with someone. This is so true, isn't it? Let's talk about journeys of life, specifically yours. How's it been going for you? Have you figured it all out yet? You know, your life, spirituality, finances, careers, dating, relationships, purpose, plans for your future, identity in Christ, stuff like that. Chances are you're either completely lost, somewhat figuring it out, or just beginning to implement your master plan. You know this is the truth. So wherever you're at on the journey, can we agree that you're in process of figuring these things out, right? I mean, you're hoping and praying and probably a little anxious, or honestly, super anxious to know that you're headed down the right path and that when you arrive down this road, you're not going to have a bunch of regrets. You're less concerned with perfect roads, perfect academic degrees, and everyone's plan for you. But you're supremely focused on finding a path that, when it's all said and done, you'll know that you're satisfied. Isn't that true? Okay, really look at me for a minute. More than anything, I just want you to know that you're not some alien from planet Jupiter wrestling alone in some cosmic galactic battle as you navigate through your emotions trying to really launch your life. You're normal, like you're really normal. In fact, if most people moved their conversations off of the many superficialities of life and went into the deeper waters of their heart, you'd probably find some of us, all of us, are really wrestling with this at some degree. So in a sense, we're all from Jupiter, and this is definitely the truth. Okay, I need you to pay attention. Deep down, isn't it true that you have this insatiable desire for more than just the status quo? Yet you can't quite identify what that more is. Come on, I know you're searching. Oh yeah, and then there's the godly part. You actually desire to live a Jesus-following, biblically saturated lifestyle. But finding that marriage between honoring God and knowing His will for your life and pursuing your goals wisely in light of that can feel like solving the world's most difficult Rubik's Cube, right? You know I'm telling the truth. Well, today I want to talk to you about the opportunity that could begin to fill in many of those gaps, changing the trajectory of your life in all the right ways. And it's called the Journeymen Discipleship Program. The Journeymen Discipleship Program is an invitation-only opportunity for young, teachable, and sacrificial men resolved to fully commit their entire lives to Jesus as student disciples. This program is currently offered to unmarried men between the ages of 18 and 25. The journeymen are guys that demonstrate a willingness to be mentored on an intentional and radical journey into passionate, Christ-centered living, manhood, and leadership, striving to achieve their personal best by discovering and integrating their unique God-given potential throughout every aspect of life in such a manner that God is most glorified in them as a result of each journeyman being satisfied in Him. The program is a 1-year commitment with a crazy affordable tuition cost for the entire program. Now let's talk about what we'll do. During your season as a journeyman, I will serve and earn your trust as a spiritual mentor and guide. The other guys in the group will serve and earn your trust as spiritual brothers and your most trusted friends. You'll be expected to do the same for us in return. Together, we will build great intimacy in our relationships where I will guide you into the deep waters of what having real community is all about. We'll spend significant time understanding who we are in God's eyes and how we can excel in our work, in our careers, in our relationships, all within community. But this is not the only focus of the year. Pay attention. We'll spend even more time learning how to become excellent listeners and deep thinkers as we experience what it means to have a vibrant, living relationship with Jesus the Christ, the kind that lasts, guys. You'll be required to do rigorous reading and writing assignments all throughout the year. And we're going to learn how to take our faith and apply it to the Bible and just be all that God's called us to be. This is the Journeymen Discipleship Program, and it's truly reserved for teachable and sacrificial and hungry young men who don't just want to lead, but are willing to follow. We're going to learn after some of the greatest leaders of all times. Do you remember their names? It was Peter, James, and John. You know, Jesus' inner circle of disciples. Man, they were part of changing the entire world. But guess what? They didn't start as world changers. They started as humble disciples who followed their mentor on a journey. Journeymen who earn their spot into the program will gather together for 2 Saturdays every month for 3 to 4 hours at a time. And in between those Saturdays, we'll have access on the Journeyman online portal where you'll be able to interact with me as your mentor, as well as the fellow student disciples throughout the week, submitting life goals and growth and communicating with your brothers online through group discussions and so much more. All this will occur through a transformative journey through the 6 roads of exploration throughout the year. They are as following: the practical life and growth road, the life purpose and mission shaping road, biblical studies and devotional rhythms road, the scriptural memorization road, the heroes of the faith mentorship road, and finally, the community and godly accountability road. You can look at the full descriptions of each of these roads on the website. Okay, look, I'm running out of time. Guys, if you're interested, you must request an invitation to apply. This year, only 24 invitations will be given out. In fact, several have them already. Once they're gone, they're gone. Myself, alongside the selection committee, will select 6 to 8 guys who will have to earn their spot in this year's program through a rigorous application process. Those who complete the program will receive an official transcript and a graduation certificate that can be used for various ministry opportunities in the future. As I close this video, I want to end with this note. We're all pursuing things in our lives, right? But what we often neglect and misunderstand is why we're pursuing the things we're pursuing. Like, what's motivating you, right? Well, here's the why. It's happiness. At the end of the day, each and every one of us, we want to be fundamentally happy and satisfied with our lives, right? The Journeyman Discipleship Program is for unmarried guys between 18 to 25 who want to pursue joy and happiness and satisfaction in God. You were designed that way. You were designed to be happy and satisfied in Him. And so if any of this is just speaking to your heart right now, man, I'd love for you to come see me, come talk to me, and I'm praying that you take a leap of faith and consider a more intentional walk with God through our program. I love you more than you know.